Before we start today's video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know whenever we post a new video. I missed. Today's episode of Kick Ons is brought to you by Adobe. Now, if you've ever photoshopped your wig lace line or used liquify to give your lips a little extra pump up, you'll know that Adobe has always been a drag queen's best friend. But their commitment to creativity goes well beyond that. There's no end to what you can create with Creative Cloud. Oh, thanks, Adobe. Hello and welcome to Kick Ons. My name is Simone, and on this week's episode we have extra special guest star Zelda Moon.
Hi.
Hello, girl. How are you?
So good, darling.
Well, you see, you've come ready for the spit roast.
It's my favorite pastime, you know. I'm ready at any moment.
You coming to Kick Ons?
For anyone that doesn't know who Zelda Moon is, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been doing drag for 8 years here in Melbourne, in Nam. I run a K-pop, J-pop party called Genki.
Formerly, a Beastie Girl.
Formerly,
I know. Should we have a little moment of silence?
please, Benign Girl, rest in peace,
Rest in peace.
sister.
Yes.
Valet.
What?
People say that, don't they?
Yes. What did you say?
Valet.
Oh.
That, don't they?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, when someone dies, it's like, live on
Oh,
forever.
like Veil. Wow, there you go.
Thank you.
We're actually an educational program here.
It's quite good, yeah.
Now, Drag Race Down Under Season 3. Thoughts so far?
Yes, it's a show that I've been watching for 5 weeks.
Wow.
It's great that it exists, isn't it? Yeah. It's an interesting mix of people. I just wish it was a bit more interesting of a mix of people.
All right, now, before we get into it, I think it's time for the disclaimer. The following short-form internet video is for entertainment purposes only. If we can sit here for hours freezing our padded asses off in an uninsulated shed in Melbourne, you can keep it chill and not send death threats to any of the queens. Cool? Cool. All right, we're going to get into today's episode, but before we get into it, I think we need to wet the whistles. So let's bring in the tradie of the season, the official tro. Come on in.
Hello, I'm parched, darling.
Could you please?
My throat's so dry.
Oh, you didn't even hand it. Oh, she's got no spare hand, does she?
True.
How are you going to? Oh, thank you.
Fine.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Oh.
I told you to stay hydrated. It shouldn't be this colour. We're changing your diet next week. Anyway. So we've just said goodbye to read a menu.
Yes.
Another one, tick. We're getting closer.
Bye.
We're getting closer. The girls walk in. They're a bit sad.
Yeah.
Read a menu, writes on the mirror, go for gold.
You know, drag queen things.
Yeah,
We talk like that all the time.
Slag. Go for gold.
Go for gold, sis.
Yeah, the girls are a bit sad about that, but Ashley's just won. She's feeling good for herself.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. And there's a bit of tension because Bumper goes, well, Isis, I reckon you could have won. And Ashley goes, oh.
But I mean, Isis should have won. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Floor's still a bit upset, though, because she was in the bottom, had to lip sync,
Yeah.
but at least she's coming out victorious. But she agrees. She thinks Bumper should have been in the bottom. And I think this is the first episode we're getting some tension with actually grounds around it. So just being
Yes.
like, you're an ugly bitch. It's like, no, I actually think this should have gone differently.
Yeah, you've wronged me and now I'm mad about it.
And it really kind of sets up the tone for this episode. There's a lot of tension. And for the first time, the girls later on in the episode are like, well, you're being favored at the moment because they just like you. Or I shouldn't have been there, but they put me there just because they like you or do this. Or because you're skating through on personality.
I understand that to a point, but also it's like, wait, so your critique is you have an engaging, charismatic personality. And I hate that about you and you shouldn't be rewarded for it. No, like, that's the point.
I get it. Not every drag queen can be good, but like, and you can't just get a personality, but I don't know.
Simone, I'm here as a guest. It's weird because so much of the season feels formulaic in that the girls know how a drag race season runs and that is the character that they are playing. except for the entertaining parts.
They're still a victim of going, well, this is what they want and what I've seen, so I'm just going to do that. The people that normally shine on Drag Race are usually the people that break the mold.
But then you see like last week's episode and Ashley is rewarded for that. She did like imagine Jesus but gay. And then it's like, yes, and you won. She only did that because other people have done similar things and succeeded. So it's like they reward the behavior, but the behavior is also why we're not going to get a season 4.
And I think they're not gelling whatsoever.
Yeah, like no one's seems to be having like the best time of their lives. You feel it in all of the scenes and it's a shame.
Bumper seemed to be the one that was just like, I'm just happy to be here. But even in this episode, they're showing us a lot more of her and she is just, I don't know what's going on. It's mini challenge time. Rue walks in. Hello, hello, hello. And it is the time we have all been waiting for.
It is.
It is time for the reading challenge. Ooh. I am normally excited about this.
Of course.
But for this pack of girls, I wasn't. And
Of course.
my fears were confirmed.
Yeah.
So the girls line up.
Yeah.
Reading challenge time. But before they start, out comes Pit Crew.
Oh.
It's Benny boy.
It's fabulous. And those curly little chest hairs.
Ooh, tickle, tickle.
Oh. They're good.
No.
They were the best part of the episode.
I know, it's true.
Each and every one of them, their own story to tell.
The girls put on their glasses and the car crash begins.
Oh my God.
First up, who do we have? Oh, Gabriella.
Yeah.
A joke about IBS.
Don't say any variation of like poop. Oh God.
I mean, it's fine if you shit your ducks, whatever, but like, make it funny.
A joke would be good.
You can prepare jokes. Let's be real, like 80% of the cast, you know.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be there, so you can write some jokes about them. I did.
Yeah.
And then you can just have some like blank reads ready to go that are applicable to who anyone stands in front of you. And you can adapt them when you get to know them. It's not that hard. And also when we did the reading challenge, they gave us, I reckon it was a minimum half an hour, that if we hadn't prepared any, we could go and write some. They gave us full time and they said, we're making TV, it's the reading challenge. We just like to make sure we get some good ones.
Of course. Like say you didn't know anyone that was going to be on the show. You've been with them for 5 weeks at this point.
What do you know it's going to come, so why aren't you like doing it? Like when I was going back to my hotel room,
Yes.
I was thinking like 3 episodes ahead. I was
Yes.
like, all right, I've got that.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you're thinking awful things about everyone all the time anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Just funnel them in.
I know. Anyway, but this is the problem. We have a whole bunch of unexperienced girls that aren't used to doing things like this.
Yeah. And this is also the one to really, really play with.
Mm-hmm.
Like all you have to do is just play and be funny and be silly. That is the curse of the current state, is that they're not having fun.
No.
So the funnest challenge, not fun.
Gabriella, IBS. And then we go down. We've got Isis, who for the first time, I think in Drag Race franchise history, pulls out a piece of paper and then proceeds to say some of the worst jokes I've ever. They're not even like, I wish at least like she pulled out 101 jokes. You know, those like ones from when you were a kid and it was just like, you know, why the chicken cross the road? And like at least lent in the fact that you like were shit.
Or like a scroll that then hit the floor and like, you know, where to begin.
Yeah. While it was happening, I was like, oh, is she purposely flunking this? Like, is she not wanting to come across as mean or anything? But then I thought, no, you can be as mean and awful as you want in the reading challenge because everyone knows it's what the game is.
Yeah, I don't know if they were scared or like the nerves got the better of the room or something, but
the whole time I was like, it was funnier when Gabriella called Rue a twat waffle.
yes.
Like, she should have done that again.
Oh, when Isis tried to do the Rupaul read and he gave her this side eye like, are you fucking serious? Give it a shot, darling.
She was over it. Holly decides to try and speak with Spanish. She's obviously gone and learnt and rehearsed that because there's no other way she would have had that in her head. I don't know. I would have said something funnier though in like...
Oh, what do you mean? I couldn't stand her. I was on the floor laughing. It was just so hilarious. And then she said, let me translate it for you. And it was funny again. Oh my God.
It was just
Good
so
job,
good.
girl. Give us another.
I'm just glad we don't have a roast this season. I've wanted them to do a Reese roast every single season, and we haven't got it. And I'm actually grateful we didn't have it this season because...
But did you see Ivory's Snatch Game on socials?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. There was a joke this week.
But I was thinking maybe they're going to save one really good one for the end. But then Rue's like, all right, I made my decision. The winner this week of the reading challenge is Ben. And I think we're all happy with the result.
It was the only option.
Yes.
Or like, I don't know, the cushion the pillow was on or something. Like,
I would have liked her to walk out. Like, just be like,
girls, we're going to just reset.
yeah,
We're going to pretend this didn't happen.
I would have got Reese in, who's in like the trailer next door, and be like, can you please just write some?
We just need a joke.
Yeah, just one.
Anyone.
Oh, it would have actually rude, like to call up and then Reese walks in and then like reads them all and then walks out. But instead they said, no, we've got a schedule because we've got BMX bikes to do soon. So instead they go, all right, Ben, you've won. Have $2,500 worth of glitter.
That's the funniest thing
What
that's
am I-
happened this episode. It's like, it's so obviously like not the plan because he's like, what?
Thanks.
What?
Before they announced, they would have all like gone and chat and the producers would have been like, what the fuck are we doing? What's going on here? What's the plan? So they would have been like, we're going to do this. They probably went and told Ben. But then Ben would have had to quickly learn all their names because Ben has seen them once. And the only time he saw them was when he was pulling down his Dax last week. So they go, Ben, you've won. Have your glitter, but you also get to choose the teams. Very proud of him for learning some names or at least being fed them.
Yes.
Because I would have just been like, oh, down the middle and then walked out.
Long hair, you there. Yeah. This one over there. Good. So Ben's in this position and he's like, oh shit, I don't know anyone's name. But he's standing next to Rupaul. So he's kind of like, who's this one? And Rue's, I don't know.
You tell me. I was like, you're from New Zealand. I wonder if Rue in his earpiece has like nicknames from. They're like,
it's like those like receipts that you see on social media from like a cafe where the like barista wrote down like old crone with backpack.
like Rue, Michelle, Reese, the judges. They get like a printout with all the queens on it and like a picture and their name, but they sometimes put little notes.
Oh, to see those pieces of paper.
Michelle had a little book. And we got to, when we were doing our rehearsal for the dance challenge 1 week, it was still on like the judging panel. We didn't look because sometimes you just don't want to know.
That's my philosophy with mirrors. I don't need to see that. I presume it's the fucking best thing in the world. And that's enough.
No, that is actually true. That's me if I have to do day drag.
Oh.
I look in the mirror before I leave the house and then I never look again.
That's the last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
But even if you're like driving in the car, I don't look in the rear view. I don't look anything.
And if you do,
Yeah. I have a feeling what happened is when they broke and they said who was going to go, the producer said, perfect, because now we can pick the teams.
Totally.
Because I think that's what happened. Because the way the teams worked well for like the storyline that they were kind of setting up, the vibes that were going. Yeah. Okay. It was a bad reading challenge, but as the inaugural reading challenge winner, I thought maybe we should have a bit of a go ourselves.
Why not?
All right.
I think about that read that you said to etc. all the time.
I'd like to thank World of Wonder for putting that in a best of compilation.
Yes, I saw that too.
I was like, thank you.
Oh, God, it's so funny.
My favorite are the people that like see it because it gets reposted constantly and gets all these like billions of views. None of them go back to me. Rude. But my favorite is the comments on those being like, I don't get it.
Oh my God.
What is that?
There's no hope.
Bring out the glasses! Okay, all right, I'll go first.
Yeah. You go.
Hollywood star. More like Hollywood understudy.
Isis, I hear that off camera you've been farting a lot, so I think your name should be IBS Anus Poopin. Isis Avis Loren, if you're here, then who's chasing a rabbit around Cranbourne Racecourse?
Bumper love. I'd actually love a bump, but by the looks of your runway walk, you've already finished the bag.
Gabriella Labucci, you might not be from Italy, but your 5 o'clock shadow sure is.
Gabrielle Labucci, you really put the rat in Ballarat. Naked mole rat, that is.
Ashley Madison, you know, they say that you are what you eat, and in your case, that's white bread, nothing, and an asshole.
All right, before we close the library, I think it's time to give the official tradie a chance to give us some of your reads.
Yes, give us your best.
You are known for saying such quality things.
Go on.
Ashley Madison. Hollywood star. Isis Labucci.
Thank you, the official tradie. Tradie of the season.
It was A haunting experience.
Yeah. That's why I don't usually like to give him a voice.
It's a dark mind.
Yeah, we go. If you want to see all the bits that we cut out of this episode, make sure you head on over to the Patreon. Yeah, go and support us, because this shit's expensive. Please. It's time for BMX Bitches.
Pardon? You couldn't possibly be describing something about to happen on Drag Race.
I heard whispers of this challenge when filming was happening. I heard whispers and I said, no, you just, no. That's like one of them fake rumors that they put out on the Reddits. No.
The planning room where Rue and Michelle are there, like drawing up. This is what we're going to get them to do. And they're like, and then they're going to be on little bikes. And then we're going to have 3 humiliating little stands where they'll slot the bikes in on stage. You know.
I wish, but instead, I don't think there was a single writer's room meeting and they just went, I don't know. Oh, I've got this weird friend, Corey. He loves bikes. And he's got a couple. And I know we're a bit low on the budget, but he said he'd come in and work out something for us.
Yeah.
And they said, okay.
I guess that's episode 5. Sounds good.
What? And they're like, oh no, because it's a parody on BMX bitches, bikes. What is it? Bandits?
BMX Bandits movie from the
What the
80s,
fuck is that?
90s? I don't know. No one knows.
No, but this is the cards we've been dealt with. So the girls first, they split up and they go, all right, it's time to write some lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay, on one team, we have Gab, we have Isis, and we have Holly.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other team, we have Bumper, Floor, and Ashley.
Yeah. Okay,
Ashley is already started to sulk. She's like, oh, just won last week. I want to be on the other team. And there are some quite funny shots of from the other team's perspective, Ashley's over with the other girls just looking over
imagine if I was over there.
So the girls started to write their lyrics and Gabrielle's like, well, I've lost my voice. So I'm going to do a character.
Great move.
Yeah. I think I still would have made the lyrics about myself.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of girl group challenge, I think, aren't we meant to be spotlighting ourselves and showing, why we're good? It's still better than just moping around and being like, well, fuck, I've got no voice.
Was she joking when she said she could normally sing?
Yeah, she likes to do a little bit of live performance, live vocal.
That's fun.
Yeah. Isis, is going through some lyrics. Holly as well. They're really, lifting each other up.
You know that line you just wrote? That's a good one.
I think we got
keep
it.
that one. That's good.
I think we got it.
I've got this in the bag. Where are we? Is this?
I think we're good.
Oh my god!
I think we got it.
Really good, you guys.
And then you flip to the other group, and Bumper's like, it's time to go to the main stage to hang out with Michelle Visage.
Or who's cosplaying as Mithrigan. See, what would have made this challenge better is if it were all of them dancing with machetes cut off paper cutters. That would have been great.
I mean, it's missed up. This is why we should be in the writer's room.
What do you think about centre parts?
Not for me.
It's hard. Michelle looks good in that one.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in a centre part like that.
Yeah.
Also, it's very librarian.
Yes.
In a good way.
Oh.
Ashley Madison. She goes first.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of singing. She's kind of talking.
She's giving it a go.
And this is our first insight to seeing them perform in front of a microphone. The first lyrics they filmed, they recorded for the first episode, they were either in a studio or they were just done in a closet somewhere. It wasn't a big charade with Michelle coaching them or anything.
Yeah.
Bumper, who's going...
Motormouth Maybelle. It didn't get better when it slowed down.
Sometimes hard and fast is the best option.
I often say that.
Floor goes. Michelle seems really happy with it. She's like, great. And then they get the next group in. Gabriella goes in there straight away with her characterization. She's leaning into the voice.
Yep. Michelle's very happy about it.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got Holly. I don't know. Holly's been selling herself as this musical theater star, actor, singer, dancer.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it vocally. I haven't seen it. There's something not adding up. Maybe musical theater, she was more of a...
background dancer.
Yeah.
A tree. Things that don't sing. It's always that thing of don't sell yourself as this thing if you are not that thing, because it will come back to bite you on this show.
You don't want to be sitting in front of a camera in a confessional being like, I'm this, and I'm this, and I'm definitely this. Because when it shows that you're not, they're going to replay that. And we have Isis.
Yes.
who's like, I'm going to sing. I've been practicing. I'm ready to go. And then Michelle says, maybe don't sing. She says, just speak this part. You're overthinking this. I can see you're stressing. And I'll tell you, from being in that position, you may not even be stressing at all. But as soon as Michelle tells you that you are, you go, am I? I must be. Is that what I'm coming across as? Like Michelle could be like, you're ugly. And I'd be like, maybe I am.
Shit. I didn't realize this.
No. Because it's like what she says just becomes true in the moment. So then Isis walks out of there not feeling too good. The girl's
so defeated.
Oh, no. Because this is where the point in the episode where the energy and mood drops.
Oof.
In this one day, they've all lost the reading challenge.
To a pit crew member.
They've gone to record their lyrics and most of them aren't happy. But then Isis, well, she's like,
Oh, she's not trying to make it a moment.
No.
Like, she's not producing, like, herself on TV in that moment.
No.
She's having, like, a time.
And I think there is just a general sense of fatigue amongst the girls.
Yeah.
And while we and people can make fun of them and like be like, it's all terrible because of you. It's actually a lot of things. It's production. It's all these decisions. It's all of that. No wonder they're feeling like this. As a viewer, I want drag queens to succeed.
And it's not fun, like, drag delusion of, like, even the fucking lash thing of, like,
Yeah, see, that
you
was-
know, like, it's like, but this is like, you are all really.
It's a bit of misery. Like,
Yeah.
the girls walk onto the main stage to learn their bike choreography from one of the most chaotic, fabulous characters I have ever seen on my TV screen.
Truly.
So we get to meet the creature, the icon, the craziness that is Corey Baker, the choreographer.
Choreographer.
Could swear that he was like a plant, he was an actor, that he was like a comedian, and they were at 1 minute going like, no, we're joking, you don't actually have to be on the bikes. What?
And even he gets a bike.
Yes. He says, oh no, I've choreographed things in space. Who the fuck is this guy?
He's wearing this fabulous jacket.
Oh my God, and the wig. Like, he was Mr. G.
Oh my God, totally.
Like, if they peeled off his face and it was Crystal Lee under there, I would have been like, knew it.
No, this is real. He has like come in with all this energy and the girls do not match it. And it's like instantly like, oh, he thought he was going to have a really fun day at RuPaul's Drag Race. No, it was kind of the opposite, I can imagine.
I feel so sorry for them. No wonder they're miserable.
It's
like,
evil. It's like, I can barely sit on this seat in a corset. Let alone get on a fucking tiny bike. What?
this is where like the viewing kind of became fun, but not for the right reasons. Not because I love drag. I love Drag Race. I love seeing people succeed.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it was real.
Truly.
They got to wank the bike handles.
This move.
They got to whiz around and they got to park them and then punch the air.
Oh.
Wank, wank, bump, bump.
Doot, doot. Corey really had it under control, don't worry. It's like, put your chess pieces in like the best game imaginable. Like, not in a fucking dumpster fire. Like, why would you set them up like this? It's just, I don't know. It's bizarre.
What were they expecting? Maybe if they, because sometimes production's clever and they're like, well, this is where we reveal that a couple of them are actually expert BMX bike riders.
Yes.
And I just want to say, for some of you that have never tucked your willy, to be sitting on a bicycle seat with the shaft of your penis between your legs and sitting on top of it
Yeah.
is not pleasurable.
No, it's not kind.
It's not even kind when you're not tucked.
Also, like, the white BMX stands just unashamedly just sitting there. Like, they weren't even like sparkly white. They weren't, Ben could have used some of his glitter budget to spruce those up a bit.
I thought maybe they'll have like two backup dancers or two backup people that like do bike tricks and the girls come and dance and the guys go wee, wee, wee around them. No, they're on the bikes.
Yeah.
And they're not only on the bikes, but they're on the bikes on the smallest drag race main stage in the world.
Correct. I wouldn't have been surprised if they brought out like a little loop-de-loo and be like, come on, Ashley, up you go.
They could have at least, I don't know, had like a green screen behind them and it was just stationed and they go like this.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
exercise bikes. Like, come on. But no.
No.
Fucking hell. I would have been like, no, fuck this.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened in the final our dance challenge for our season? We learnt it all the day before, had to perform it the next day. So we had all these choreographed bits that we had with the dancers behind us. But the judges didn't know that. So half of us were like, fuck it, we'll just do the group stuff. The dancers can dance behind us and we'll just like stop. Do you want a good show or do you just want to watch chaos?
Right.
It's time to hit the main stage. It's time for the premiere of BMX Bitches.
Yes.
RuPaul walks out. She said, yes, everyone wear pink tonight because I'm not. Clever girl.
Yes, she sounds out.
She looks lovely in neon yellow.
Yeah. No, I was kind of just like, okay, RuPaul.
Yeah. Looks like Raven's having a bit of, she's trialing some things down here.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, try it down there.
Yeah. No one's going to see it, so I'll go a bit kooky.
Yeah, experimental audience. It's time for the world debut of BMX Bitches. We have our first group, FDA, that's what? Madison, M, Ashley, A, Bumper, B-A, A-B, Fab, F-A-B, Fab.
Fierce and Bike.
FAB, they're going to perform. And the moment it starts, I want it to end. It was so long. Bumper doesn't know what's going on. Oh, Ashley's wig is one of the most distracting things I've ever seen in my life. The forehead is down to here, and then it's got these like 3 like witch fingers hanging off that are meant to be a fringe.
Yeah.
Poor girl. And these armbands of her leotard kept falling down.
Oh.
Does not one thing fit this girl? Floor looks fine to me. Floor looks like they later in the episode say that her outfit was bad. It was not.
She looked beautiful.
Her outfit was no worse.
They were all the same.
They bumpers?
Miscellaneous.
Bumpers?
For me, the worst thing about the first performance was knowing that there was a second performance.
Well, that's the thing. The second one is obviously better, but I am jaded because I need this to end. Also, why is there a gas can on the stage? They're bikes.
Yeah.
They're not motorbikes.
Oh my
they
God.
don't need fuel.
It's also not Bejeweled. No. It's just a fucking red jerry can with a black tube sticking out of it.
What was it? Set dressing, and they were like, no, that's it.
Someone was like, wait. I know. I saw this out the back.
Oh my God, these poor girls. I'm so sorry for you. I feel so bad.
There's like a few shots where like it just has someone going full across the screen on a bike. Like, wee! You feel crazy watching it.
I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't watching Down Under, let's be real. And this is going to start popping up on feeds and no one's going to know the origin. And everyone's going to be like, yeah, it seems like Down Under.
Oh.
Makes sense.
We'll wait till season 4 where they come out on pogo sticks.
Who is approving this? I could almost understand if it was a photo shoot or it was like a mini challenge race and they were sponsored by bikes. I don't fucking care. But dancing BMX bikes that's loosely tied to an 80s movie with Nicole Kidman? Why?
This being the representation of our community is like, my God. So you loved it.
It was camp.
Yeah.
That challenge is done. We can forget about it momentarily because it's time for the main stage runway. Before we review the episode's runway, I'm going to use generative AI in Adobe Firefly to show you the outfit I would have created for the theme. All right, so the runway theme this week, it's giving fuchsia, it's giving pink. So what I'm thinking is pink flamingo. All right, so let's start off. I'm thinking, well, we need feathers, of course, because I am a flamingo. So let's go feathers. Now, I would like some sort of backpack thingy, but I'll just be happy for any type of feathery growth, okay? So let's see if we can maybe turn my fingers into feathers. Feather fingers. Feather fingers are in this season. So let's see if I can get feathers for hands and fingers. Oh, now that's pretty good actually, isn't it? Wow. Imagine me flapping down the runway in those. That's good actually. Now, wig-wise, I'm thinking a headdress. Okay, so let's go showgirl headdress. More feathers, of course, but a bit of bling. Glitz, glam, sparkle. Oh, yeah. Wow. And now, because I am a flamingo, I think I do need orange legs. So let's go and change these to orange. Yeah, no, that's good actually. But because I am a flamingo, let's remove one of the legs. I only want one. Yeah, one leg. Oh, amazing. How do I balance? We don't know. And then it's not flamingo-y enough. So I'm thinking a beak. Yep, a beak. Oh, wow. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, I'm a bit nosy today, aren't I? Ooh. Because, I want to be like I am, at the Flamingo in Las Vegas, RuPaul's Drag Race Live. Could we maybe put me there? Oh, I do look like I fit in. I do. But what if I'm actually in a pond? Yeah, pond. Let's go to a pond. Yep, just around there. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I've nailed it. Yeah, that's pretty good. She's a flamingo. Oh, now that's a winner, baby. Adobe Firefly is currently in beta, but will be available in Creative Cloud soon.
Do you know I have used it?
Oh, you've been trialing it out.
I have. I've used the beta.
Oh,
The beta version.
wow.
Better? Beta? Whatever.
I don't know.
It's cool. I don't know if you've heard about this AI thing. I think like they've made a powerful enemy in Fran Drescher, but that's okay. No Firefly for Fran.
The runway theme, we were going all fuchsia, all right?
Yes.
Which, we team with a theme here at Kick Ons.
Yeah,
So let's go through it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First up, down the runway, we have Gabriella Labucci, space goddess. She's got a space bun.
Yes. A little
Gun.
ray gun.
Little ray
That's
gun.
cute. I loved the wig.
Yeah, the wig was really cool. It was a really strong week for Gab. Finally.
Yeah.
Passion made that. Pretty good, girl. Well done. I don't have to fire you from our bingo gigs. 3 and 2, 32. Do a poo. Okay. That was it's the only way I can connect with Passion every now and then is just to talk to her through Kick Ons because she doesn't reply to my text messages anymore.
Do a poo?
Have you ever done a bingo before?
I don't do that.
It does require being able to read. So for me, it is a tits. I love it.
Yeah, same. Tits.
Tits. Next up, down the runway, we have Isis Avis Loren. This is something new for her. It's the actual garment.
Mm-hmm.
Tits. Loved it.
Yes.
Construction was amazing. Paneling, it was very Alexander McQueen. And I don't know if the runway list said something spacey because a few of them are gone intergalactic.
Yes.
Which would have made more sense if Corey was doing the choreography on space.
Yes. He does do that.
He does.
He does.
I'll be honest, I don't like the styling.
I like the little ring on the arm with the little drapery coming off. That was kind of cool.
I've just been waiting to see Isis look fuck off, glamorous and statuesque and beautiful. And the few times she's had an outfit that's been able to do that, I can see her overthinking and styling it a little bit too intensely.
Yeah.
I still don't know who Isis is.
Alien Spookerella.
Ooh.
I think it's a tits. I just didn't like the snake skin panel. I don't know if it's a reference that I'm not getting, but to me, it just didn't necessarily sit with the rest.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I got that reference. That's like the real McQueenie bit.
Yeah.
I think that's from the last collection he did, that Atlantis on before he
Oh,
died.
yeah.
The one that Gaga was really, because that's what the horns were mimicking.
Yeah, right.
So I think that's what it was playing reference to. But then, wouldn't you have brought maybe that snake skin up into the makeup? So I'm nitpicking, and I've said this before. I'm being a bit harsher on Isis because I know her potential. So I'm still going to give her a tits.
Yeah,
but
tits, absolutely.
I want to know who she is.
Tell us your secrets, Isis.
Next up, down the runway, we have Hollywood star.
Ooh.
Now, I was talking about looking cunty fierce.
Yes.
She's looking cunty fierce.
She is.
I love it.
Oh, and the beat is so good. Kind of a simple overall, but then juicy lips, stunning eyes that had a good glisten. I just thought it was quite chic.
She's honestly someone that doesn't need to do too much to her face
Totally.
to look
She's
beautiful.
Stunning. So,
yeah. So it's nice that she's not having to plaster on too much.
But she still looks like a drag queen.
Yes. And it's simple, but she's accessorized it with the big fuck off muff.
It's very cool. The hat is perfect scale. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting design.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's really hot.
It's definitely a tits to me. I've got no notes. And the glitter on the skin was sparkling.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And next up, down the runway, we have Bumper Love. Later in the episode, she says that Isis made this outfit, and that is the most Sabo thing anyone could ever say. This is a shit. It doesn't fit the brief.
Oh.
There's like one piece of fuchsia fabric on it on the arm.
Yes. Oh.
Also, I dream of Jeannie.
For some reason, I don't
know. There was a rumor early on that Bumper got cast a lot later than the rest of the girls. And for the sake of an excuse for her, I'm going to hope that's true, because she's literally just had to grab everything out of her wardrobe and not get anything new made, which is so fine. That's what I mean. When I did Drag Race, I pulled out a lot of items that I'd already worn before. I just styled them a bit differently. But some of these week in and week out, some of these runways, she has been really pulling at strings to try and make them match. Like, she could have at least worn a pink wig to like make it look more pink.
Totally. Put a headband or I don't know. You know the runway brief? Do that. Do that one. That would work.
Look, and even through the episode, she doesn't even defend it. Like, some people go, that's not even fuchsia. And she's like,
yeah, she's like, oh, you noticed. Care. Shit. And I think outside of not fitting the brief, it's ugly anyway.
Yeah. So as a whole, it's a shit. Sorry, girl.
Sorry.
And next up down the runway, we have Ashley Madison.
Ashley?
So she comes out with a veil on, and I wish she left it on.
Oh, you don't like that little wig.
I wish she'd practiced removing the veil, because that fucked that poor shitty wig up. That wig looked a bit nicer last week, and she had to fluff it up.
There's some fit issues again.
Fit issues. Also, her makeup was bad.
Yeah.
Like, her makeup's been a lot nicer. I honestly think she was in her fucking head this week. So, like, everything's kind of just not happening. She's got her pasties on this time.
True. And we saw them.
But, like, they were, like, just as distracting as nipples. I mean, at least it wasn't a nipple, so tick, you didn't flash your nipple. I super glued my fucking outfits to my skin so they wouldn't move.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. It's like the one time where you do anything to look
on
the
Drag
best,
Race.
The
You
best.
cut all your lace off your wig.
Yeah.
You glue your outfits to your fucking skin. We super glue everything together.
Yeah.
We fucking duct tape our shoes together just so everything is nice on camera. It's what happens in all types of productions.
Yeah. The amount of times that, well, maybe this is not so surprising coming from me, but the amount of times that I've safety pin things, just do it on the inside.
Pins.
No one knows, but it just gets the fit right.
Just some safety pins.
Come on, darling.
Especially if I was her, I would not want to walk out on that runway without anything fitting immaculately. But yet again, sorry to rant, but she was obviously going through it. So maybe these things just weren't happening to her. Maybe it's an experience thing as well. You just work things out, you know?
Yeah.
There's been so many like little tricky things, It's like at DragCon, I lost one of my nails. So we like quickly peeled a piece of paint off the set that like matched kind of, and we cut it into the shape of a nail and super glued it on.
I don't know about that one.
It worked. No one knew. There's so many like fun drag tricks that you can do to cheat everything.
Totally.
We're faking everything to begin with, so
right. The whole thing is like the illusion, trick illusion.
Yeah.
But I wonder if also the lack of like true sisterhood plays into like, why didn't anyone be like, girl, let me just pull it in for you at the back or something?
Yeah, you think even Isis, like, she was so happy to help everyone sewing last, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wouldn't she be like, oh, girl, let me just pin it in for you? Yeah, for all of that, it's a shit for me.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Sorry, girl.
Shit.
Next up down the runway, we have Floor.
Ooh.
I love this one.
Oh, yeah, it's hot.
I think this is what Isis was trying to do. I'm fond of a bit of sparkle, sheen, and shine.
Absolutely.
So my eye went to this one more. It was a shame she had a flaccid shoulder.
Yes, but a bit of Cialis would really help.
Well, when they were back on the main stage, it seemed to have...
it takes about an hour to kick in, so...
Her makeup was incredible this episode.
Oh, so good.
It was really what Isis was kind of trying to do, but without having to paint herself purple. She did the pinks and purples all through her makeup.
I wonder because it's like a dress on a bodysuit, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what it would look like without.
Or maybe she had to lip sync. It would have been a...
Ooh.
It's tits.
Oh, yeah, totally. But I think the tits of the night.
Yeah, I would almost give it a mama that's pussy, but I held off. But it's very close. It's a mama. Mom. So the girls line up, go through some deliberations, but the main thing is who should go home.
It's that question.
They put everything in this episode. And most of the girls say floor.
Which I don't understand that.
They're all like track record, track record, track record. Which I understand. She hasn't won anything yet.
Yeah, but
Next to bumper. That doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
so you saw her on the bike. You all saw that. What?
I think maybe using her track record is a bit of a scapegoat to be able to say her name because she is a threat.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'd be threatened by her.
Oh, totally.
You know who Floor is from all of her runways.
Yeah.
So it's like really weird that they picked her.
You're not really answering the question if you just base it on track record as well.
I think that's what I did though when I was on.
I've been wanting to say this to you for a couple of years.
Is this where I have to publicly apologize to Electroshock?
Be brave. It's a cop-out. I feel like there was a time where the judges wouldn't have allowed that. Back in like the earlier like US seasons, they would push back a bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas now they're just like, yeah, next.
Yeah, they didn't push back until the deliberations, like internally, when Michelle's like, they all wanted to say bumper, but they were too scared.
Yeah.
No, they weren't scared of bumper. Like, they just know if they keep bumper scooting along, it's like a free spout, you know? It's like when you're playing bingo and you've got the free square in the middle. It's like, yeah, it's all right. We'll keep going. Bingo reference. Sorry, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Is it fun twirling that little cage around?
Actually, it's good for the wrist.
Oh. I got all my wrist action in that Corey. You know, Corey.
Choreography.
Kia ora, Queens, and hello, my amazing Kick Ons. It's Corey, the choreographer, and I hear Art Simone wants some top tips for BMX dancing. I'd say get on it, ride it, and get sweaty. But most important, don't look like a dog peeing. Hashtag drag race down under.
This is the first Untucked where there's some real tension and some real stuff to really throw around.
Yeah.
The girls are grumpy, they're tired, they're over it.
You know what we didn't say is that I think despite the situation and how she was before going into the challenge, Isis put on a brave face, like poker face of like, I'm having the best time performing.
She sold it.
She really did.
She did.
That's like quite commendable, I
Yeah,
think.
no, that's actually really
Yeah.
true. She did
Yeah.
really, really well.
Oh.
After Untucked, they come back and we find out that this week's winner is Hollywood Star. She did really well.
Yeah.
Loved her verse.
Yeah.
She handled the bike. Her
Yeah.
runway was immaculate, was beautiful.
That's good.
I'm not mad at this week.
Easy win.
But then found out our bottom two. Bumper Love
Bambaloo.
and Ashley Madison.
Yes.
And the production decides to only just remind us now, 5 episodes later, that Bumper was Ashley's boss. Could have been a nice moment of tension that they explained throughout the season.
Throughout the
Bit
season.
of a story arc.
This episode. You know, like entertainment.
Yeah, but instead they just do a weird little voiceover. Amazing lip sync song.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Diva.
MasterChef realness. Ready to go. Great lip sync from Bumper. She does really well. She's in her element. She's lip synced for a billion years.
Yeah.
You can put any song on and you know she'll at least be confident and comfortable no matter what. Ashley is a lost little bird. She is gesturing at Bumper for half of it. She collides with Bumper and pushes her out the way a little bit. She's in Bumper's way.
Yeah.
Like,
Truly.
I was like, can you just stay to a side? Like, and Bumper is like, she stays pretty central for most of it. But Ashley's like, oh, I'm up the back now. Now I'm over there. And now I'm over there.
Maybe they'll like it more if I'm here.
So maybe if it's a bit
Right.
further, you can't see the nipples. Like over there. Yeah. So it's time to sashay away. Ashley Madison.
Oh.
But bitch, you won Snatch Game. So she should be really proud of herself.
Totally.
She got more than halfway through a season.
Yeah.
Of Drag Race Down Under. She has started a really great campaign for Free the Nipple. And, you know, I can't wait to see what she does next.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Ashley Madison. We'll see what happens next week.
You know what? I love drag.
And I can tell. Yes. Well, Zelda Moon, that brings your time here at Kick Ons to an end. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Art.
And where can we see you next?
You can hear me on the pod, Death to Everyone.
Well, excellent.
With me and my drag sister, Lazy Susan. And we're also doing screening parties for Down Under.
You are every Friday?
Every Friday at the Pinnacle in North Fitzroy.
Woo!
I do recommend.
That's really good to do because then you can get through Drag Race together.
It takes a lot to get through drag at the best of times.
That is true. Well, the sun
I
is...
didn't say anything funny. But everybody's laughing.
Fuck off. All right.
Bye-bye.
See you, darling. Thank you so much for joining us here at Kick Ons. Don't forget to become a member of the Patreon, and we'll see you next time. Bye!